Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Wednesday, the 29th of March, 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, inflation last month came in at 6.8% for the 12 months to the end of February, down from 7.4% a month earlier and below market expectations. It was just 0.2% for February. The Bureau of Statistics figures pretty much confirms that inflation peaked late last year. That's good news. The question now is how fast it will come back to the Reserve Bank's 2 to 3% target range, and will the central bank need to keep lifting rates to get there? The late morning announcement sent the Aussie dollar higher. Story number 2, the inflation announcement also sent the local bourse higher. By the end of the day, the S&P ASX 200 was up 0.2% to close at 7,050 points. The materials and energy groups did best, while real estate stocks fared worst. Fortescue Metals jumped nearly 3%. Woodside Energy rose 2.6%. BHP was another strong performer, up 1.4%. National Australia Bank was the worst of the large caps, falling 2.2%. ALS's share price jumped nearly 5% after the testing and certification company sold its asset care business and upped its net profit guidance for the current financial year. Other companies to do well today include Deterra Royalties, which is basically a collection of mining royalties, and manufacturing group Reliance Worldwide. The coal companies Whitehaven and New Hope, as well as lithium group Core Lithium, were among the worst performers of the top 200. Story number 3, in Canberra, the Senate has passed the $15 billion National Reconstruction Fund, which the government says will ensure the future of technology and manufacturing in Australia. It's a bit of a legacy from the COVID pandemic. Many countries, including Australia, realise the need to improve supply chains and local sourcing of products. This fund aims to help the local manufacturing sector in a bunch of priority areas: renewables, medical science, transport, value-adding in resources and agriculture, forestry and fisheries, defence, and enabling capabilities such as fintech. Anyway, the government got the legislation through the Senate. Story number 4, ASIC, the corporate watchdog, is investigating whether the Australian Stock Exchange, including its executives, breached obligations in the oversight of the CHESS replacement program. The Australian Securities and Investment Commission will investigate whether the ASX broke laws relating to director responsibilities over public statements issued by the company in relation to the troubled project, which was eventually cancelled after years of delays. The ASX has taken write-downs of around $250 million on the project already. Now it's got some more legal costs. In the months before the project was abandoned, ASX told shareholders that the new system was on the way, but it had been delayed. That's the sticky point for the ASX. It's pretty humiliating for the equities market operator to be investigated for potentially breaking the equity market rules. And story number 5, one of China's most successful companies, online commerce group Alibaba, plans to split into 6 units, raise capital individually and potentially IPO individually. It's the biggest overhaul of the $220 billion company since its inception 24 years ago. And the shift to a holding company structure is rare for a major Chinese tech firm. The announcement sent Alibaba's share price up 14% today. Decentralising the company's business lines and decision-making power addresses one of Beijing's primary concerns during its sweeping crackdown on the technology sector in recent years: too much concentration of power. The announcement yesterday coincided with the return of billionaire co-founder Jack Ma to China after he's spent more than a year out of the country, including some time in Melbourne, in fact. That's it for the afternoon report for Wednesday, the 29th of March, 2023. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.